Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of Screen Facts with Jason Davis, a production of Jason Davis VoiceOver. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us at screenfacts@yahoo.com, or you could follow us on Instagram. It's ScreenFactsPod on Instagram. And if you'd like to support the show with a donation, or if you'd like to purchase Screen Facts merchandise, we have a couple of cool designs. If you want to show your love for the show, you can do so by going to jasondavisvoice.com/podcast for all the information. We have a couple of different online stores that you can shop from. I recommend checking out both because you might be able to get a better deal at one or the other. Well, joining me for this exciting episode, I've said exciting twice. I don't know. Am I building it up too much? You can talk.
We haven't introduced me yet. I don't talk until I'm introduced, buddy.
I'm sorry. Her Majesty, Her Royal Majesty, my wonderful, beautiful, incredible, stupendous, tremendous, and outstanding wife, Sue Mandzik Davis.
Well, hello there.
So we're going to get in our little movie time machine. Mm-hmm. And we're going to head back to 1984, March 9th, 1984 to be specific. We're going to revisit one of Ron Howard's early movies that he directed. And it's also pretty much early on in Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah's
That's true.
acting careers, too. So the interesting thing about Ron Howard directing this movie was that he actually passed on both Mr. Mom and Footloose to do this movie. And both of those movies are very good as well.
Yeah.
Footloose was a huge success.
Yeah.
That was a big cultural movie back then. So this one's held up, though.
Yeah, I think he made a good decision.
I think so, too. I think this is a great movie. And, of course, he's got, like, a lot of his family in this movie, too.
True. Because why not? When you're the director, you can do that.
Yeah, you could put your brother in. You can put your dad in. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who directed Mr. Mom. I know John Hughes wrote it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of writers, the writers of this movie, Lowell Gans and Babaloo Mandel, they're the main screenwriters. Go ahead.
So question.
Yeah.
Babaloo Mandel. I spent most of my life thinking Babaloo Mandel was just another name for Howie Mandel.
No.
They're two different people.
Yes.
Okay. Are they related?
Couldn't tell you.
Is Babaloo his real name?
Also couldn't tell you.
What is his real name if it's not his real name?
It's probably just Bob.
Oh, I wonder.
He's like, I need something with more panache.
Yeah.
Babaloo!
Oh, Babaloo. Sorry,
I
I know this isn't Screen Questions with Jason Davis. It's Screen Facts, but I've always been, I don't know, for some reason I would see the name Babaloo Mandel come up, before a movie, and I'd be like,
yeah.
is that Howie Mandel? Is that, does he have a writing name?
Those guys wrote a lot of pretty successful stuff. I think they were writers on Happy Days, too.
Okay.
But also...
Okay.
Okay.
I got a connection for that one.
Okay. They wrote City Slickers.
Okay.
I believe they also wrote Ruthless People.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they did a lot of fun stuff in the 80s, for sure.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of other people involved. Bruce J. Friedman was involved with the story. And Brian Grazer, who was also a producer. In fact, he's Ron Howard's producing partner for...
Ah, yeah. Okay.
in Imagine Entertainment and stuff. The idea... supposedly came to him when he was driving on the Pacific Coast Highway in 1977.
That's right. He was kind of daydreaming and wondering, could I meet a mermaid and actually fall in love with her? And he kind of tucked that in his pocket and then,
there you go.
A few years later, dug it out and started going with it.
Yeah. And I got to say, the dialogue in this movie, the script, is very good.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of really funny stuff in this movie. We were laughing out loud at a lot of things.
I haven't seen it in a while. I know I had seen it. I saw it in the movies when it came out. I was a senior in high school, so that was right up my alley when it came out. And I know I've seen it since then, maybe on, VHS or DVD or something like that.
Right.
But I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was laughing out loud, especially in the beginning. There's a lot of slapstick. Tom Hanks and John Candy together.
They're very good
the
together.
Snappy dialogue and the physical, just really good.
Yeah. I miss John Candy.
Oh, I know. Me too.
He brought so much to every movie he was in, even shitty movies.
Yeah.
He did movies that weren't as good as Uncle Buck, this, and some
Stripes.
of the other Stripes. Yeah. He did a movie with Eugene Levy in the 80s called Armed and Dangerous. I think we watched it together, and you thought it was really dumb. And it is. It's very dumb. They play security guards that uncover a whole, mafia teamster thing. Those two guys together are funny.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They have great chemistry. And
did they work together in improv groups or anything?
they were on SCTV together.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they might have done stuff
Sketch
together.
comedy.
Because they're both Canadians.
Yeah.
So it's possible that they did stuff
Okay.
in improv groups
Yeah.
before that too. So, but yeah, so many funny people in this movie and great performances by everybody. I'm watching the movie last night with you and I'm thinking, wow, Tom Hanks, you could see this guy's going to be a star in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Just so good.
Prior to this, he had done Bosom Buddies on TV, which was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if this came out before Bachelor Party. They came out in the same year.
Well, this is March, so
yeah.
there's a good chance Bachelor Party was after.
Yeah, that's probably
Maybe.
true.
He had done a guest role on Happy Days,
Okay.
which is how Ron Howard said, oh, maybe, why don't you come on in and read for a supporting role?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he was not Tom Hanks back then.
No,
He
no.
wasn't a big movie star like he is now.
Yeah, Tom Hanks said that he figured, they said, hey, this guy who kicked Fonzie through a plate glass window might be good.
He was not the first actor.
He was not. I was surprised.
Yeah, it's actually interesting, the list.
Yeah.
Do you have the list?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Chevy Chase,
Uh-huh.
Bill Murray,
Uh-huh.
Michael Keaton,
Yep.
John Travolta,
Yep.
Dudley Moore,
Got him.
Richard Gere,
Him too.
Robin Williams,
That would have been an interesting movie.
yep, Christopher Reeve,
Even more interesting.
and I have two other names that you didn't.
Okay.
Kevin Kline,
Oh, wow.
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, my goodness. That would have been terrible. And the other thing when we were watching, and it's supposed to be in Cape Cod,
Right.
and I'm like, that water doesn't look like that in Cape Cod anywhere.
No. The
So-
beaches don't look like that. Well, yeah. I mean, we saw some of the beaches when we were up. It's a much different coast. It's New England.
Yeah. It's not that it's bad
It's
in
not
Cape Cod.
tropical.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
just totally different.
Yeah.
So the film was actually shot in New York City, Los Angeles, and the Bahamas.
That's
was where they
right.
did all the water stuff.
Yeah, they started April 12th of 1983. They started filming. So they did a month in New York City, a month in LA, and 2 weeks for the underwater shooting in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interesting thing is the beach where Alan first meets Madison, that was Gorda Cay in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Now it's known as Castaway Cay.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar?
Is it owned by like one of the cruise lines?
It is a private island now owned by Disney Cruise Line.
How do you like that?
Castaway Cay.
So that's interesting. I wonder if when you go on that Disney cruise, if they say, hey, this is where Splash was filmed.
Oh, I wonder.
They should.
Yeah.
Because I know that the fountain that she gives
Yeah.
him,
Yep.
it's in his apartment, which is very funny.
I keep wondering, how is the floor even holding that up?
Yeah, I thought about that last night too. These are things that you don't think of when you originally see
No,
the
of
movie,
course not.
especially when you're a teenager.
Yeah. Wasn't there a Seinfeld where
George?
Kramer brings
Oh.
something into his apartment and ends up going through the floor, like a hot tub or something?
Probably. That sounds like
And
something
I'm looking
that would
at
happen.
that fountain, and of course, it's not just a fountain, it's a fountain filled with water, so it's even
Right.
heavier.
And it's like concrete. It's
Yeah.
not like, That's one of many things that you have to suspend disbelief
Well,
for in
yeah.
this movie. But
I think it's very sweet that she did that.
yeah,
Where's the fountain now?
actually, it's in Disney World.
That's right. And actually, Walt Disney World planned to build a water park called Splash within 2 years of the movie opening. Well, they didn't quite make it. They opened it in 1989, and they didn't name it Splash. They named it Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh.
And it was open for a long time. And believe it or not, I was there in 1989.
Okay.
And one of the things that we did in the evening, we went to like an improv show. It was all Disney stuff.
Okay.
They did a scene about a family that wanted to, all do different things at Disney World, and now they couldn't agree. And there was one girl who just kept saying, I want to go to Typhoon Lagoon. Typhoon Lagoon. And when I saw that, I was writing it down going, Typhoon. But I honestly can't tell you if I remember seeing the fountain there at Typhoon Lagoon.
This was actually nominated for Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And it actually was also nominated for Best Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical at the Golden Globes.
I could see that.
That's a little surprising to me, only because comedies or romantic comedies are not really thought of with a lot of reverence for stuff like that. I think they should be. People
Yeah.
get a lot of enjoyment out of these movies.
The Oscars now has a category for musicals and comedy, or like musical/comedy, I want to say.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was around back then.
Now, back in the 80s, first
it
off,
was
now...
just Best Picture, best, like it didn't break it down.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and they even had less nominees. Like now, I think there's 10 nominees for Best Picture every year.
Wow.
Back in the day, I mean, it was like 5 films that got a nod for that. So
it's 5 films out of all genres. So that's really saying something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I could see why. It was, it's got the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the subplot of the evil scientist.
Right. And I was thinking about that last night when we were watching. I'm like, boy, this is taking a real dark turn all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because it's a very lighthearted movie at first.
Yeah, and when she gets captured, I remember really being saddened by that.
Yeah, of course. For a couple of reasons. You see how cruel man can be, but also you're rooting for them.
Yeah, of course you are.
It's weird, but it's a cute love story.
What do you mean it's weird?
No,
They're just two creatures in love.
Yeah. And what's next? Are you going to let people marry their toasters?
Oh, wow. Wow. You went there.
That was satire, by the way. I don't believe what I'm saying. I hope you realize that if you're listening.
He's kidding. I know.
Love is love.
Love is love.
Absolutely.
So she's a mermaid.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Yeah.
I love that line. I don't understand. All my life I've been waiting for someone, and when I find her, she's a fish.
And nobody said love's perfect.
Oh, Freddie, I don't expect it to be perfect, but for God's sakes, it's usually human. How's that? Did that sound like
that was a good Tom Hanks.
Thanks. I mean, John Candy's character is hilarious.
Right from the beginning when he's a kid.
Yeah, 10 years old, he's throwing the change on the ground so he can look up women's skirts, and he's still doing that as an adult.
He's still doing it as an adult, and I'm wondering how much money has he lost over the years doing that?
I like what he says when Tom Hanks grabs him by the ear. He's like, "Yeah, it was embarrassing when you were 10. It's really bad when you're a grown-up or whatever." And he says, "Hey, when something works for me, I stick to it." The name Madison is interesting, too.
Yes. Now, can we share with the listening world how we decided to do this movie? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So.
Could you tell I didn't know why?
Wow. This is a wow-heavy episode, honey.
It sure is. You're wowing me.
Yeah. It was...
Remind me.
Wow, was it like a month ago already, maybe? I was at work. I work at a university. I was going down a list of student names, and here comes Madison, another Madison, Maddie. And I'm looking at all the Madisons thinking, Splash is what really made this a female name. Mm-hmm. And I remember coming home and saying, we should do Splash.
I remember that now.
Oh, sure you do.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast most of the time. You expect me to remember every little thing? I remember the important stuff. And that's why I think the movie really holds up, because you can tell that it was a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I love watching movies from the 80s for the nostalgia, too.
Yep.
Any movie that takes place in New York, the obligatory shot of the World Trade Center.
Right. And every time we see it.
It makes us sad.
Yeah. We go, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yep. There was a lot of classic New York City stuff. They had, the taxis, the traffic.
Of course. The Crazy Eddie commercial.
The Crazy Eddie commercial. Remember those?
Oh, my God. So here's the thing. If you're listening to this anywhere but in the New York, New Jersey area, Crazy Eddie was an electronics chain that was very popular. Mm-hmm. And the commercials were ubiquitous.
Yeah.
The guy on the commercial, you see it in the movie.
Yeah, he just starts out loud and in your face.
Yeah. So here's the thing. That guy in the commercial, that's not actually Crazy Eddie.
What?
I know. You would think that the way he's yelling, right?
Yeah, Crazy Eddie.
His prices are insane! Yeah, so that was just an actor. Crazy Eddie was a guy that ended up getting arrested for embezzlement or some crazy shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was like a criminal.
Get out.
And that's why the stores ended up closing. There's probably more than one reason why there's no Crazy Eddie anymore, but that's why they ended up folding probably a few years after this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I just remember those commercials, and it was just so, Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane. And now in 2026, you don't say things like crazy and insane.
That's right. That's a good point, too.
You'd have to say, like, funny Eddie, his prices are bananas.
Silly Eddie. He's silly.
He's so silly. What else? The skating, when they go ice skating.
Yeah.
That's such a New York City date thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to Bloomingdale's. It's actually, I think it's like the first word she says.
That is? Yep.
From watching TV for an afternoon and learning.
Yep.
And she just says, Bloomingdale's, that little voice.
That was the other thing that I never really thought about in the past times that I watched this movie. Daryl Hannah is really good in this.
Yes.
People think, oh, she's just sort of eye candy or whatever. But her performance is actually very convincing.
Yeah, especially in the beginning when she has to be stiff. She's just learned English.
But also
her
just
phrases
how she's
are...
like, every wonderment of everything, too.
Yep.
Is very
What's
cool.
that? What's this? What's this?
And then when she climbs up on the street lane, she's like, pretty.
Yeah.
But just everything about her performance is so endearing.
Very innocent. You believe she's from another world.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. Really good.
Yep. And even when she goes into Bloomingdale's and she walks in and she goes right up to the mannequin and she's like looking at it like, is this a person?
Yeah, what's going on here?
This person isn't moving.
And then she ends up wearing that dress.
Yeah, yeah. The Museum of Natural History, the Statue of Liberty, and, the chess players at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like this high-speed car chase driving right through them and it's like military vehicles and they're so engrossed
the
in
older guys and they're just like playing their chess game in the park. They don't even notice.
Yeah. Some of the other nostalgia that I really enjoyed seeing again was in Bloomingdale's when she's in the audio-visual department and she's watching all the TVs and exercising and all that. Richard Simmons comes on. All the VCRs, the old like top loader, first, early VCR models. See, kids, VCRs were video cassette recorders back in the day. Anyway, I always say that we grew up in such a great time.
We did. We grew up in the best time.
Yeah. I mean, everybody thinks that.
No,
every generation.
But we're right.
We're right, exactly. I just love that we had some technology, but not overwhelmed with technology.
Yeah.
I think young people nowadays,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're bombarded all day.
Yeah.
At night, the TV doesn't play the Star Spangled Banner and then turn off.
That's right.
You can watch anything, anytime.
Yeah, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah. As you get older, I hate to sound like a really old person, but as I get older, I don't want to speak for everybody, I just feel like we were a lot less connected electronically.
Yep.
People actually engaged with one another.
And I was thinking about the scene in the boat when Eugene Levy and the two assistants
the moron twins, as he calls them.
Moron twins. One of them has a newspaper. And is it like a Post or something?
It's like an Inquirer type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how he learns about Madison being at the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
But I was thinking, without that, he never would have known.
Right.
There's no internet. There's no, there's no Google alerts.
That's right.
Just like, what is that,
Those two are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the moron twins. We're not really twins.
They don't deny the moron part, just the twin part. Oh, another thing that I loved of her in her, oh my gosh, here I am in this big world. One of my favorite scenes in the entire movie is the revolving door scene.
Oh, yeah.
She just comes right out again on the other side and is ready to keep walking. It's so cute.
Yeah, they did a really great job of once the government gets a hold of her and they're doing all the tests on her. And they show her tail is like deteriorating and stuff.
Yeah, it's getting all murky.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And even Eugene Levy's character, he comes around. He's like, man, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he
calls the other doctor a sadistic pig.
Yeah.
That's a great line.
And he presents to them, about the mermaid, and they're all just laughing at him. He really thinks that they're going to believe him.
Right. Yeah. And then when he, delivers, then they still don't respect him.
Right.
The other doctor says to him, I never really considered you to be a scientist. In fact, why don't you run along now and see if you can find a unicorn?
Yeah. Ugh.
And then you go, oh, now I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to be accepted and respected as a scientist.
I mean, he wasn't out looking for a mermaid. He was out doing his other research.
I don't know about that, though. The older doctor that was like his mentor says, I told you those stories about mermaids for fun, for relaxation, not for you to base your whole career on.
Oh.
So
there
something
you
like
go.
that.
No, that's right. That's right.
So let's talk about the mermaid tale for a minute. Very heavy, from what I read.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah said that wearing it often left her feet bloody.
Eek.
So they probably could have made it out of a better material.
Yeah, I think it was made out of plexiglass and latex.
Oof, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she would actually stay in costume during lunch and stay in water and stuff because getting in and out of the costume was so much of a pain in the ass.
It took 3 hours.
Wow,
just to put it on, yeah. And Tom Hanks and John Candy would, bring her bites of food.
Yeah. 35 pounds.
35 pounds. I think even when they brought her, like, food or snacks or whatever, half the time she didn't eat because what if she needed the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, she was kind of stuck in that for the day.
But they said that she was such an incredible swimmer.
Yes.
Even with the fin, the crew members couldn't keep up with her.
Yeah. Well, she was a scuba diver, right?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. And originally, they were looking for the more classic mermaid tail that's kind of like dolphin shaped.
Okay.
But Ron Howard said visually that didn't work for him.
Right. They modeled it after a koi fish.
That's right. Yep. And that also explains the reddish to it.
Yeah.
As opposed to mermaid, you usually think of like green fins.
Yeah. I like the effect when she goes in Alan's tub.
Oh, yes.
And she's sitting on the tub for a second. She already has the fin, but then it kind of sucks in and you see the scales.
Yeah.
Very cool effect.
You know how that was done?
No, I do not.
Well, I do. Let me share with you.
Please.
It was done by using a vacuum effect.
Okay.
On an appliance that was placed over her leg.
Okay.
She actually had to, and I was watching in the scene because I didn't know, but she actually had to have her hands like on the edge of it.
Okay.
To hide the edge of the effect. And then they turned on the vacuum. The upper layer of fake skin was pulled down over the false scales.
Okay.
And then the false fin was triggered to extend upwards.
Okay. Yeah, when she lays back.
Yeah, and I love when she leans back and the tail comes up and then it uncurls all the way.
Yep.
Oh, it's just majestic.
Yeah. I love, like, all practical stuff. That's the other thing about watching movies from the 80s that we grew up with. No CGI.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all real stuff.
That's right. You see, kids, back before CGI, people had to actually build stuff and
very amazing
and manually do things.
There's a story that John Candy was very hungover when they filmed the racquetball scene.
Yeah. He was out and with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And Jack Nicholson just kept buying him drinks. And John Candy's saying, look, I gotta film. I gotta
be on set tomorrow.
And Jack Nicholson's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that sounds like something Jack Nicholson would do.
Yeah.
From everything that we know about him. That racquetball shot he does where it bounces off his head it makes me laugh every time.
It's so good. I mean, I laugh when I just see him there in the court where they're playing and it's all indoor.
Yeah.
And he shows up and he's smoking a cigarette.
He's drinking. He has a cooler with beer in there too.
And then when he hands Tom Hanks his beer,
puts it in his back pocket.
An open beer in his back pocket.
He's like, here, you hold this beer. That'll be your handicap.
Yeah.
Because, he's so much better at racquetball.
Yeah.
Too funny. They're really great together.
They really are. They really are. It's funny because physically they don't look like they could be brothers.
Exactly.
But
maybe one was adopted.
When you get them together, the chemistry is just perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I know John Candy was supposed to be a little older because when they're younger, he doesn't seem like he's a lot older.
Yeah, now maybe a couple of years.
Yeah. But I think Tom Hanks was 26 when they made this, and John Candy was 32.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Daryl Hannah was only 22.
For some reason, I thought she was like 25.
Well, I don't know. Wherever I looked it up, said 22. So
I believe it.
It was on the internet, so I'm going to believe it.
Oh, I'm sure it's true. Most of the time they get the birthdays right of people. So this was also one of Disney's early Touchstone Pictures movies. They're more, quote unquote, adult fare.
Yeah, not just the cartoons, not just
the Escape from Witch Mountain kind of stuff. Oh. For a movie that's released on a Disney label, there's brief nudity. There's a little bit of language.
There's smoking. Which, I mean, in the 80s, they didn't care.
That's
people
true.
Probably smoked in rated G films.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you get an alert, tobacco use.
The movie has aged well for the most part, but obviously some of the humor might offend people who are easily offended.
That's right. Well, just like the Crazy Eddie commercials.
That's right. His prices are insane!
Did you know Daryl Hannah wasn't the first for Madison, too? Did you get any of those names?
I did not get those names. What do you got?
Jodie Foster.
Okay.
Rosanna Arquette.
All right.
Brooke Shields.
That makes sense. Although she was in Blue Lagoon a couple of years before this, so maybe that's why she didn't do it.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, wow.
Tatum O'Neal.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Interesting.
Sharon Stone. Kathleen Turner. And, get this, Lisa Whelchel.
Blair from Facts of Life?
Yes, she was so popular on TV.
Oh, my God. Wow. Yeah. No, I think they made a good choice.
I think so, too.
Daryl Hannah was terrific.
Yeah. Can we talk about Dodie Goodman?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh, man.
As the secretary.
It just
That's
gets
right, she's
weirder.
in Greece.
Yeah, it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
She starts off, I have a message from your father. Well, he's been dead for years.
But in fairness, she was struck by lightning.
That's true.
So
that causes you to wear a bra on the outside of your shirt.
And, forget who you are and people are dead and stuff.
Yeah. So funny.
I love when after Madison is exposed as being a mermaid, she runs through the list of all the people that want to talk to Alan.
Oh, yes.
Newsweek, Time, this one, that one, and then the last one. Oh, and Mrs. Paul's.
You see, kids, Mrs. Paul was a company that made fish sticks.
Exactly. Another reason why I think the movie works so well is that Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah are just both so good in this. They're likable as actors. They're likable as characters.
Yeah, and you just rooting for those kids.
Yeah. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Disney song, perhaps?
Mr. Mango on my shoulder. So
when
funny.
he shows up at work after all the lovemaking.
Yeah, and by the way, he's juggling the potatoes or whatever.
Juggle.
He juggles meatballs in Bachelor Party.
Okay.
Yeah, both from 1984. That's very interesting.
An actor's resume at the very bottom is special skills. I mean, he had juggling, and they said,
there you go.
Let's do it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Daryl Hannah, special skill scuba diving. It all worked out.
Yeah.
Juggling and scuba diving come together for a great movie.
Who better to play a mermaid than somebody who scubas,
Exactly.
Right? I was watching those underwater scenes thinking, that's got to be so hard to do. Mm-hmm. It's got to be hard to film.
Yep.
Hard for the actors.
Yep.
Even if you could hold your breath for a decent amount of time, it's got to be taxing.
Yeah. When there's an underwater scene, I tend to hold my breath too.
Yeah.
When I'm watching. And I'm like,
I'm guessing that they don't hold their breath the whole time.
Right.
They probably have air hoses that they cut away. They take a breath, and all that. And
especially like when she's at the bottom of the tank. That's a long way up. And to get her back in that same pose again.
Right.
Yeah, they would have to do that.
But all the underwater stuff with all the fish and stuff, the sea life.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
And then at the end of the movie, when they're swimming off together.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously creative editing, I'm sure. But still. And plus, Tom Hanks is swimming fully clothed.
Yeah.
Shoes and everything.
Shoes, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, and then he takes his jacket off like, woohoo. I'm like, take everything else off while you're at it. Eugene Levy's deterioration as he gets beat up time and time again for hosing down the wrong couple.
It's a funny
actually,
gag.
You know what? When he gets them on the street and does it, I went, oh, that's funny. And then when he does the elevator and I realized it was the same couple.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the chances?
Yeah.
For
Crazy.
Walter, pretty high.
But then when he's at the dinner for the president and he's got the two tanks, this big hump on his back.
Yep, and his arm sticking out with the cast and the thing on his back. He's reaching for something.
Too funny. I'm glad we chose this movie.
Me too.
This was a fun one to revisit.
And it's a fun one for summertime.
Yeah, absolutely.
The weather's getting warmer. It's, sure, let's watch somebody splashing around.
There you go. Makes sense. Well, thanks for choosing this one, and always love doing these with you. So.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening. If you have any comments, questions, remember you can reach us screenfacts@yahoo.com. Follow us on Instagram, screenfactspod. And please visit jasondavisvoice.com/podcast if you'd like to contribute to the show with a donation or by purchasing Screen Facts merchandise. And it's not just limited to apparel either. You could get mugs, clocks, all kinds of stuff.
Shower curtains.
Duvet covers, bath mats, an apron.
An apron.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So again, that's jasondavisvoice.com/podcast if you'd like to check out the merchandise. Screen Facts with Jason Davis is a production of Jason Davis VoiceOver.
What a week I'm having!